How did you end up getting started in the wrestling business?
Well, I was a drunk. Well, I live in Asbury Park, Stone Pony, Gold Digger, getting out of high school, getting out of the joint, doing a year for beating, somebody up and aggravated assault, no jobs,
Right.
So I was bouncing, partying, hanging out with the boys.
Right.
What it is, you get into a rut, and most people that get in that rut, they don't get out of the rut, So I had to make a change, and Larry Sharp and the Munster Factory, the school that was in Mount Laurel, gave me an opportunity for not only a change in lifestyle, but a pretty decent career in professional wrestling. I was an amateur wrestler, I wrestled for Neptune High School, was district champ 3 times, regional champ 3 times, went to the States 3 times, was disqualified 2 times. Wrestled Bruce Baumgartner in the finals.
Did you really?
Made the All-American High School McDonald's All-American team twice.
Oh.
So I've always been an athlete, which has been why I'm pretty much agile and able to do the things I do today in the ring.
All right. How'd you come up with the name Bam Bam?
Well, when I was born, and then doctor pulls you out, they hang you upside down, they slap you on the ass.
Yeah.
Well, I slapped the doctor back. So.
What was the very first territory that you worked?
Territory? Oh, come on. Memphis, man.
That was the first territory that you worked? Yeah.
MidSouth. MidSouth. I was MidSouth champion and worked down there with Lawler. And it was pretty cool because I got to see, a lot of the guys that are big superstars today. I helped break them into business, Mark. Undertaker,
right.
When he was down there and had Sid's first match, kicked him in the stomach, watched him shit his pants. Sid, being big and green and stupid, nice guy. I like him.
Yeah.
I have no problem with Sid. Mark's good people. I've seen a lot of guys come up through it. So MidSouth was the start of it all.
Oh.
Were
the veterans helpful to you when you were down there?
Oh, sure. Jerry Lawler's philosophy is probably bar none the best.
Really?
The best way to learn a gimmick type wrestling. ECW is just a little bit hardcore version of what the Mid-South used to be, and a lot of veterans, Mike McCord, their psychology was phenomenal. And the problem today is with the guys that work to tell a story, in a match, if they would have had the opportunity that I had and some of the guys around my era had to go into these smaller territories, Mid-South, world class with Von Erich, Yurkof, and Fritz. Yeah, Fritz called me, here I am, Munster Factory, get a big write-up, Sports Illustrated, the first wrestler ever, Sports Illustrated write-up, and I go to Texas, and, he turned me into a Russian, called me.
That's my next question.
Crusher Yurkof. So I said, what's that, Fritz? The closest thing I could come to being Crusher Yurkof? So, it was pretty insane. But I had a good time. I was on the road. I wasn't married at the time, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, I got to work with some of the Von Erichs that were still alive,
right.
And Kerry and little Michael was breaking in, and Kevin was brain dead still. Just good times, man. Good experience.
What were the Von Erichs like? Everybody says they were out of control, back then.
Yeah, man. Well, they had a rich daddy. They thought they were above the law, and just really weird, Especially Kevin, man. He'd come up and say, "Hey, Kevin Von Erich, Bam Bigelow." He'd do that like 5 times in a night. Get away from me, man. I already told you. I already talked to you. I already introduced myself. But Kerry was the coolest one out of the bunch. David was a good guy too.
Was he?
Yeah, real good guy. And it's a shame that their father fucked them all up, man, because there was a dynasty there at one time.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Kerry was God in the ring. Pound for pound, I think the best wrestler in the business besides Muto.
Really?
At the time. Were phenomenal before he took his foot off running from a drug deal. But that's another story. I wasn't there.
What was Fritz like as a booker down there?
Well, at the time, it wasn't Fritz. Well, Fritz was the boss. He owned the territory. Really, really obnoxious prick.
Really?
Yeah, just a guy that had his glory days and just tried to get it back and couldn't, and then actually when I was in there, Brody had the book for a little while.
Really?
Yeah, Frank Goodish had the book.
Wow.
And it was cool, because me and Frank were good friends with Larry Sharp and all, and it had fun. That's when Percy Pringle was 250 pounds.
Oh, that's right.
Now he's about 600.
Then from there, did you go to New Japan from there?
Exactly, yeah. I had my offers from New York. Bill Watts wanted me to go into his UWF with Doc and a couple of the other guys.
That's like the one place you never went to.
Well, I was about to make the transaction, and then I went over to New Japan, worked for Inoki. Did a year contract and really just, being a young wrestler in the business, going over to Japan is like everybody's dream, so it was cool, man. Made a lot of friends there and wound up having a good business relationship with New Japan.